Bro, listen, the current state of hip hop. How do you feel? And if you feel some type of way, and I need you to understand, there's no such thing as complaining if I'm asking you a question.
Right. No, this question is different.
Nah, because
I know people trust me.
Whoever's assuming or saying anything are people that's just sitting back with Twitter fingers.
Of course.
Never tried to do anything in this life to be able to say that, oh, I'm complaining. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Because my thing is this. You want to change. You don't like your situation? Change it. Fact. Don't sit here saying, yo, I wish I could do it. Don't wish it. Right. Put the steps in motion for you to change this situation. Then you complaining. Right. You feel me? So back to the question I asked.
State of hip hop. I love it. I enjoy it, especially with the new artists, the creativity, just to see like the freedom, right? This whole independent, and I feel like every year it gets more and more like be an independent artist, and you see some of the artists that leave the label and start being independent. I just think we're in a good space. We do need like a better development system, because I feel like the artists are not being developed. But the fact that we getting a lot of music and a lot of artists is like, I enjoy it. Like the world is moving so fast, so it's just keeping up. But there is a void where it comes to developing artists. I don't have the solution to it yet, but there has to be some sort of like, not everyone can be an artist, and if you do, you have to go through these steps, to become a little more solid. Because we're getting so much music, so many artists, but not everyone is good or not everyone is talented, so it's like we got to figure out some sort of system to filter it. That's
a good one. So AI created an app for that shit to filter these niggas out. But if there was an artist in New York that said you broke them, who would it be?
Like, there's a lot. There's Lil TJ. Like, as far as like playing music on the radio, and they didn't have nothing at the time.
Yeah.
Right. Like, Chef and Sleepy wasn't getting no radio love. Nobody really, they didn't know him.
Okay.
504 to tell you like, yo. So when I met Pop Smoke,
yeah,
another one. But like, it's a lot, because there's even artists that ain't really pop that still will hit
bubbling.
me.
They bubbling.
Yeah, like there's young artists. Honey Baby, Honey Baby?
Yeah.
So like, I didn't even know. She'd be telling me like stories like, yo, I used to come to your studio. I used to do like an open mic, free open mic.
Jamila manages her.
Right. Yeah. So like, I would do like a free open mic thing for artists to come up and perform. She's like, yo, I used to be at studio performing just to get like to work out, and now she's being managed. She's touring.
She sings for real. I was shocked. I was shocked. I told her.
I was shocked.
At Angie's cookout, I was like, oh, so you sing for real? Okay. Yeah, we're going to have her up here soon. Yeah.
But like, just artists like that who, still working. She's not fucking out of here. But when they come and tell me these stories, like, yo, I used to come. My first performance ever was at the Movement at your studio. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm not even paying attention, because there's so much that, life is just moving fast. But that's still like cool to hear. But there's a lot of the artists from like New York at this point, the new ones, like in the past, say 5 years, they came through me first. Like 90, I'll say 90. I'm going to say 90% of them. Not everybody could, it's not that, but 90% of like the artists come, the first time I ever played on the radio, interviews, whatever, started with the new movement. And I think that's what motivated other people to embrace that culture of new artists and independent artists, because now everybody's creating platforms and freestyles and, like, I want to play it first. And I feel like, I don't say vote. I'm not saying, this is probably the first time I'm saying it, but like, I feel like I created that energy for people to be proud to want to fuck with the new artists.
So you
created
that lane for them.
That's
like
the lane was already
it was
doing it.
It was created, but you
took the baton.
The new artists,
yes,
I'm talking about.
Exactly.
The baton.
Yeah, the new artists.
Yeah. Like there's interviews with like, let me see if I can put like Yayo even saying, and like Vlad or something, and he's like, yo, once we lost Slay, who was gonna hold it down? Like Drewski's holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's like, and it just happened naturally, like organically. It wasn't like planned, like, okay, it was none of that. It just happened. But it's not just for the artists. I feel like it's just for the whole city and just for the independent music. Like, people are more now into fucking with the new artists. We gotta get them on our freestyle platforms, and shout to all the platforms that are doing that, all the DJs that are trying to go first. It's like, yeah, that's what I did it for. Like you said, it was a while where New York ain't have a sound. Mm-hmm. I'm the first one to play drill music on the radio. Right? It was like such an underground type of genre of music. When we was playing Pop Smoke like the first time, and I caught backlash for that. I'm like, yo, that became New York sound. Whether you like it or not,
it is what it is.
It ain't matter to me what it sound like. It was like, we just need an identity and people talking about us. Mm-hmm. Pop Smoke and the drill, like, brought it back to New York. Now when you hear drill music, sexy drill music, you know, oh, that's New York. Them artists from New York. That's what my plan was. Like, get us back on the map in the sense of new music. We can't keep playing 50 and Hove and, you know,
need new blood.
Diplomats. Like, of course, those are legendary. But there was a gap for a few years, at least 10 years before now.
Decades,
people know, like, oh, drill music is from New York.
Shout out to Cash Cobain, because he holding New York down.
Yeah, he took the drill and turned it sexy drill, and the shit's still going.
He's super elite right now.
You know what's crazy? Like, I listen to it. I don't fuck with it because I'm old school. So, like, you know, like you said, like, we old school niggas got a problem with the new shit.
It's just not for you.
Yeah, it's not.
But it doesn't mean they not fucking with it, or it doesn't.
No, the world is fucking with it. But it's like, it's crazy because in New York, like, with the main, all that, like I feel like it's trying to get banned. Like, they're trying to stop that music.
Right.
Because these kids they're young. I call it indictment music. Everything they talking about on them records, they get indicted for. It's wild.
And I call backlash for saying that. Like, so
for saying what I just said?
In a sense, when I said that whole, like, after I seen a few artists that I have relationships with die, right, off some street shit, I said, any artist that's sending me music, if you dissing your ops or saying people's name, I'm not playing it. You can make it and put it out on the internet. I'm not playing it. They turned that shit into Drewski's not playing drill music no more.
Oh, wow.
Right? And it turned crazy. So that happened. 2 days later, the mayor came out and was like, yeah, we're banning drill music. Right? So then it started trickling. Like, they blaming me for the mayor ban. It just got, like, crazy, right? But the artists that knew me understood what I said and respected it. Like, yo, we gonna still send you our music. We just won't put nobody's name in it. Because I felt like y'all indicting yourself. You say somebody's name and that person passed away the next day, boom, they got you. It's not for me. I'm doing safety for you.
Yeah.
And I'm not in your beef. So if I'm on the radio and they saying they dissing Dren, like, Dren got friends and family. And me playing that shit on the radio, I'm kind of sparking more, you know, hyping this shit up. Yeah, it's just bullshit. So I'm like, y'all can make drill music. Just some of the elements that I feel like you're indicting yourself or it's causing more violence, I'm just not with it. And that shit turned so left. And
I could imagine, bro.
Yeah, it turned super left. But the real people knew what I was saying. And literally a year later, all the artists like, yo, I'm making music now. I'm not dissing nobody. I'm getting more love. I can get more shows. The hip hop police not shutting me down. They thanking me now.
So now, there you go.
Right. So they thanking me now. So it's like,
that was the bigger picture.
But at that time, it got so heated. They was saying, I'm like, yo, the radio station, like, don't even respond. And I find out that they didn't want me to respond because there's other DJs that was scared to get caught up. Oh, I don't want to walk out of Hot 97. There's a bunch of drill kids waiting for me. I'm like, damn, so you was more worried about yourself than the person that was in the position that the kids was looking at, right? So it was like, that showed you everyone's for self. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all wasn't even worried about my protection. And I'm the one going through it. Even though personally I knew I'm good. But y'all worried about, oh, it might... they don't want staff walking out the building and these drill kids is waiting outside. I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Like,
politics once again.
Right.
Politics as usual.
Crazy.
Yo, Drew, before we get up out of here, right? You mentioned something earlier, and I think you need to be the first one to do it. So right now we're part of a network called Listener Network, and they're pretty much an A&R for podcasters.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because like you said before, you got individuals that just could do this, upload to YouTube, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think you are the perfect person to be in the space to create like a whole A&R lane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know what A&R is, artist repertoire, those are the people that used to be ironing out the edges of certain artists back in the days, which you don't have any longer, whether it's budget, whether it's people don't give a fuck. It is what it is. But I think you should start that lane, brother. I think that might be something else that you got put on your hat.
Right. But it's just being the artist being able to put the ego aside. And, you know, artists, they think they're the hottest and they don't need help. They don't need development. I got this. But then there are artists that are looking for it. So it's just being able to.
But that's better for you, though. You would rather somebody to be like, nah, I'm good.
Right.
Because they only going to be there for a year. After that, then.
So, like, the podcast you mentioned earlier in the intro, the New Movement podcast, is like, it's along those lines where I allow artists to submit music. And we just critique it, you know, and it happened a lot during COVID where people was popping up with all like this music review showcase. But we've been going for like 4 years where artists submit music and we listen. But the critique is not like hitting a fucking trash sound effect. Your shit is trash. It's like really trying to give feedback, like how
constructive criticism.
Yeah, in a positive way, not making it funny or trashing the artist. So we do, you know, I do that already. But that's very time consuming, and that's even the issue. Like artists hit me all the time, like, "Yo, let me sign to you. You got a label?" And I'm like, it's a lot of work managing my own career. So for me to put time and effort into someone else's career, I just don't feel like, you know, it would be right because I'm not gonna give you my full 100%. Potential. But there is a lane for that, or even like an app or something. Yeah, something.
Somebody need to tap into that.
That's a fact.
So, brother, get the people your socials and let them know what you got coming up. What's in the future for Drew?
Yeah, so we you can follow me at Drewski, SODREWSKI. I just had a couple meetings with Hot 97. We're gonna bring back the Hot 97 Who's Next platform.
Nice.
Because, you know, it rocked for a few years and it kind of just fell to the waistline. Whatever, you know, just a lot going on. But they were like, let's bring it back. And pretty much I'm ahead it. Pause. No Diddy.
That's SOBs? Back in SOBs?
So,
or another venue?
I don't want to say. I suggest the SOBs.
Okay.
But we figuring that out.
Again,
right.
Yeah.
But it's going to be more than just the live events. So each live event will be headlined by like a moving artist, like popping artist. But we'll incorporate a lot of young boys or girls that are doing their thing, but we want to do more like social content. So I said, yo, let's do a platform called 97 Seconds. Like everyone loves the live performance, fake freestyles, because people think they freestyle. They're not real freestyles. These young boys ain't really freestyle, or girls. But 97 seconds. That's so hard. You step to the mic, you got 97 seconds to
That's hard.
do your thing, right? So we're going to do that on social. There's other interview stuff with the whole Who's Next. Create a podcast / radio show, hopefully. So now, instead of just having 1 hour on Sundays with new artists, and on Sundays too, I just don't play new artists. Like I'll play the new Maino record, a new Jim Jones, or Fab too. So it's like new music from New York and new artists.
Right.
But the Who's Next show, we're going to try to focus on just new artists. Right, like all the new music, and maybe co-hosted by like Papoose, right? Shout out to TuneCore, maybe, you know, get people like that involved, get you to come up and we play music and you guys come and listen to it, like the A&R aspect of things, and do it on the radio. So we bring back Who's Next, and I think right now that's the focus. On top of like the tours, becoming a dad again for the second time. But that right now I want to go crazy with that. So I'm gonna be hitting y'all for some favors.
It's love, baby. You already know. You family, man.
Drewski, man.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for being on time. You know what I'm saying?
I was early outside when you hit me. I was early.
Thank you for coming because, you know, hip hop time was a little weird.
Was Nems on time?
Nems was on time.
That boy.
Yeah, Nems is.
Yo, you heard the freestyle he dropped last night?
On his show.
Nems. Oh my God.
Nems is smart. Shout out to Nems because that's my man. I was supposed to get the freestyle for something else I was starting. He's like, I'm gonna have to do it on my own show, bro. I was like, I respect it.
Yo. Oh my God.
Yeah, he violated.
Oh my.
We need guys like him.
And this is strong, like coming from me, like he gives me Big Pun vibes, bro. And you know, we had him here a few days ago, and when I asked him who his favorite artist was, he said Big Pun.
Right.
So last night,
I think Joe kind of co-signed that too.
Hell yeah.
So last night I'm in the crib, and you know YouTube algorithm just goes.
Yeah.
So I'm in the crib with wifey just chilling. YouTube algorithm is going and just Nems. I'm like, yo, this dude is out of this.
Bro.
I haven't heard bars like this in so long.
Right.
Like they bringing it back. Like him, Bleak, like even last night, like Graph, like they bringing hip hop back to like the 90s era, bro.
Yeah,
My
right,
hairs are standing. I'm like, yo, I haven't heard hip hop like this in a minute.
It's serious.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
it's refreshing when you
I
hear
need,
that shit.
for me, I need this.
Right,
Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? And then now it's easy to shoot videos. Back then you needed $1 million budget, Hype Williams, Lil X and all of them.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? So now that this is like, we could do this, man, it's dope. And
Yeah, the money's a big deal though. I interviewed Young Jock and I was asking him like, you know, what he would have changed if he knew more stuff like he knows today. And one of it was like, he's like, yo, I wouldn't have allowed them to spend all that money on music videos because it was coming out of my budget.
Yep.
But we were spending money on music videos, money on traveling. He was like, shit like that.
Taking 50 dudes with you.
Yeah, like I would have, like I knew, but I didn't know that, you know, all this money was going to waste. He's like, I would have done that differently. So
yeah, nah, I said it to myself, like I was watching Nems, right? And this was after we did the pod with him, and I'm like, you know, me and Pun was like this, and I'm like, when he said that, even on the Biggie Duets album, like they used my voice, and you know, they Pro Tools a Biggie and Pun session,
right?
And you know, I opened up the record, but I'm like, damn, now that a big Pun and Nems record,
right today,
out of this world, bro. Like these kids now don't even know what bars is. Like they would have to go back, you know what I'm saying? But
do you have any good Pun stories you haven't told yet?
Pun stories,
Let's
man.
go.
I'll give you one.
Exclusive.
I never.
Go ahead.
But
Give
this
me
is a Cypher
exclusive.
story. I don't even know if Cypher mentioned the public.
Go ahead. Give me yours. I'll
But
give you.
Cypher, I don't know where they were at. Damn, it was some club. Cypher was with Pun, and Cypher don't drink. Like, he don't drink alcohol. And Pun was like, "Yo, have a shot with me." And he was like, "Nah, I don't drink, Pun. Like I don't." He said, "Yo, have a shot with me." Pulled out the joint, put it to Cypher.
I'm gonna feed
Like,
off of that. That's
have
my
a
story.
shot with me.
That's my story.
And he was like,
Definitely Pun.
"Yeah, yo, let's go."
That's
you know?
definitely Pun.
And then Cypher told me he was like bugged out like that, you know, just on some.
Nah. Yeah. So my listen, I got mad Pun stories, but because you said that, I mean, there's one on YouTube now still that I can't even take it down because I'm locked out of my page. But we did a shootout scenario. And the Pun loved guns.
That was hilarious.
Clearly, if you
He loved
That
guns.
was hilarious. He has a dry sense of humor, boy.
Right,
He loves
right.
guns. So what he used to do was, like, we would invite you to the studio, like, yo, Drewski, pull up. You know, it's a Pun session, boom, boom. You gonna pull up. You know, Pun at that time, he was on fire.
Yeah.
So the engineer be right there. So he'll tell, the engineer already knew what type of time it was. So he would tell the engineer, yo, put the apple on your head. You don't know. You just came to the studio for the first
like,
time.
What the fuck is going on?
So he puts the apple. The engineer puts the apple on his head. You know what I'm saying? And then Pun pulls out the hammer. So the engineer's at the board. This nigga's like, yo, don't move. So Pun pulls, but there's blanks in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The guest.
The guests don't
Right.
know it's blank. So Pun will pull out the hammer and shoot. And you know, the engineer moved. The apple fall. He's like, told you, I'm nice.
I'm
What's
nice,
up?
yeah.
And then he was like, yo, we're gonna run it back. And the guys be like, yo, chill.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta
So
see that.
I got one that's up on YouTube. Again, you could YouTube my shit and pull it up. And
That was
and
hilarious.
we set something up where it's two crews. So let's say you came with your crew and Tank came with his crew. Like, y'all know each other, but the crews don't. So for 2 whole hours, I'm amping it. I'm like, yo, Drewski, tell your man to chill because these niggas, they
Right,
about
they
that
wild.
smoke.
Yeah,
they
wild.
wilding. So my man got the ham on him. So you telling your man, I mean, you told me like, yo, Drum, my man, I'm like, nah, your man got the hammer, bro. He just showed it to me. So you're like, what you talking about, bro? He came in my whip. He knows he can't bring hammers in the whip. And you're like, yo, Dren, I'm like, bro, your man showed me the hammer, bro. I'm telling you. So we pulled out a scenario in the studio where one dude hits with the hammer, the other dude goes, and they pulled out on each other. And they start sparking. Both of them got blanks in them. Both of them got, but none of the crew niggas know. Nobody.
Just them two know.
Just
that.
them two. And yo, I'm gonna show you after this. I'm gonna show you the video. You're gonna laugh.
But that's scary.
Everybody hit the deck.
Bruh.
Everybody hit the deck. One of my mans. Shout out to my man Fonzie. One of my mans. When Son pulled out the hammer, he got up in front of that. Like, yo, homie, put that down. We're not doing that.
Gangster. Yeah,
We not doing it. But once that thing started ringing and the sparks, how'd it go?
He probably thought he got hit. He's like, oh.
No. He said it. He said it. Yo, I got hit. Yo, you know what I'm saying?
That's the original like prank shit. You know
that? And then the wet dreams. Like I got my wet dream segment from him. Like you couldn't fall asleep in the studio with him around. Anytime you fell asleep in the studio, you're getting doused. Right. I'm talking about ice water though. Like it takes 2 people to carry it. You know what I'm saying? And when we went on tour, like I had all the hotel room keys, so I had everybody's keys. So we were like, yo, Dren, you think he's sleeping? Let's go in. And we would take bro, you know they got ice machines on every hotel floor. We would take the whole ice machine, fill up the garbage can with ice water, and it took like 4 of us to carry it.
Yeah, nah,
bro,
that was wild.
He's the first one with camcordering.
Yeah,
and just putting content.
Yeah, nah, that's
he was ahead of his time, bro.
Right.
But, bro, end of the day, man, I appreciate you, Drewski, man. Like I said, brother, I love your soul.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I appreciate you for pulling up and giving people your story. You know what I mean? And moving forward, bro, I just love to sit on the sideline and watch you evolve, bro.
The energy's mutual, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm here, because I just respect what y'all do already, and it is what it is. We gonna just keep growing, keep it moving.
Yes, sir.
Right? You sit back and you realize how fast time flies. Right after this, you go into a memorial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, unfortunately.
For one of the biggest. Like, and it's time just flies. So while we are here, I just try to do my best to keep my reputation clean and just, help where I can. Like, don't take advantage of me. I'm not stupid, but if there's an opportunity, I'm gonna give it up.
Appreciate you, brother. Have a blessed evening. Get home
sir.
safe. You heard?
Let's go.
And many blessings to the baby. What is it, girl, boy?
Boy on the way.
Ooh, boy and the girl. B. God bless him, brother.
Right. When you do good, you get those type of blessings back.
Amen, B. And we out of here.
Bow.